it's John and Michelle, Living Midwest Life. We are in Baraboo, Wisconsin today, and we are at a new project, right?
Yeah, here we are. It's a really nice winter day here.
It's freezing.
A little chilly.
Yeah.
Not as cold as it was yesterday, but we're sitting here in front of a great raised ranch. It's got an incredible, just great feel inside. You're gonna really love it. We've just cleaned it out. We've got some great design ideas here, and we're in a really nice neighborhood, and we're excited to be able to give this property everything it needs to come back to life.
All right, let's go take a look. All right, well, we're gonna come up in this traditional split foyer type home. And I like the railings, I like the whole feel of it, like you said.
Yeah, it's, these raised ranches or split level, they certainly lend for a lot of space for the size of the footprint of the home.
Yeah.
And it's a really easy home to remodel. It'll give us some really cool little features. We'll kind of go around the corner here and look at the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we're coming to the kitchen here. We initially thought we might be able to keep these cabinets, but when we took the doors off, we took everything off, we realized they weren't salvageable.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take all this out. Just went through the design with the contractor here, and I think we're pretty much leaving the layout the same. Two-tone cabinets, what were you thinking?
I'm thinking that we're trying to move our design towards, creams and warm tones and the really modern feel that most people coming in are going to really love. So I think I'd love to do like a lighter sand upper and maybe a more neutral, natural tone brown on the bottom.
Cool.
That would give it a good dimension and have a high style for really good value.
Awesome. If you look through the rest of the house on this area, you actually do see there's a little half wall here on the other side, and then it's a really nice open field. So we're gonna remove this little half wall, and we're gonna paint all the trim. We're gonna do all new trim and doors throughout here. So we'll kind of take a walk through the rest of the house and see what else we're gonna do. So obviously the foyer here on our right, and as we come through, great little bathroom.
Yeah, it's actually a good size. I mean, we're gonna have to completely redo it from top to bottom, of course.
Everything's been removed already, as you can see, and I think we'll have a really nice, clean, price point bathroom here, tub and surround.
Yep.
New vanity, new toilet. All the flooring here is gonna be LVT except for the bedrooms. We can kind of go through here. Nice bedroom sizes for this time period of the house. If you can see here, there's going to be a great door. We should really try to salvage that one. But we have a really, we've got enough budget here to replace all the doors and trim, and it looks like we may be replacing all the windows too. So we're waiting on a bid on that. We'll see if we can fit it all in the budget. They are okay, but they're older, and it's probably about time if we can fit it in the budget to get it done. It should add the value to this house. It does have a little bit more upward mobility as far as pushing that value. I think we can get it. We thought around $250 for the end value, and appraisal came a little bit higher. I think we might be closer to $275, especially if we do some of the deferred maintenance issues.
Yep.
So we're going to try some of that, and hopefully if we can get the budget right, we'll be adding a little bit more to our plan than we originally thought.
And the good thing is, like we said, we'll come in with new floors, new paint. We're going to switch out the doors. All the doors will be nice and new. Going to spray out all the trim a nice bright white and put new light fixtures in. And just those things, I mean, it's work, of course, but this is a simple type of work, and the value and the change, the overall change.
We've been doing this for, this is my 20 some years that I've been at it. And when you do new doors and trim, the house feels brand new. In fact, we were doing this back in 2007. And the housing market was not very good. And whenever we would do all new doors and trim, the appraisers would come through for those houses, and they basically compare them to new construction down the road and maybe a neighborhood over, because there was just nothing in that neighborhood that was quite as refinished as what our flips were. So we're going to do that with this one. I think it'll be a really interesting test.
Yeah.
And we have the margin here to be able to do a little bit more, so we're going to take it to that level, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like.
And if you're working on your own home, that's a really good tip. Pro tip from John, that if you switch your own doors out like that, you're going to have a great new feel to the home.
Yeah, it really does change the dynamic.
Yeah. All right, so let's head back, I guess, downstairs.
Sure.
Okay, so we're downstairs, typical basement for these types of homes, but it's pretty spacious.
Yeah, it's actually a nice finished space. We almost had a knockdown, drag out fight on whether or not we were going to keep this fireplace here.
Yes.
There was two sides of the coin. And Michelle, what was your opinion on this?
So
one?
my opinion was take it out. I see it as a mom eye where it's just a trip hazard, but then you had a very good point as well.
Yeah, well, and I look at it as this thing can heat the whole home. And it is, it's got a little rustic feel, and I think we can really, modify the brick here and clean this thing up. And sure, you may have a little bit of issue, but you can always put like a gate around it for a child's gate around that brick. I do think it provides a lot of value. And in this day and age, when you can chop up your own wood and you can fire up your own little potbelly stove here, you can really heat your entire house right here. So
yes.
I won the fight and there was no black eyes.
Exactly, I can see it completely. All right, and then around this corner, I think this little flex space, when we got it, they had like a table and a light fixture here, but I think this could be a little game space, right?
Yeah, for sure. And we got the bonus of having a 3/4 bath right here, small vanity, toilet, shower, but something that's nice. So here we are in the garage, and this is an interesting space. We were talking about what we should do in here, and as I came in, we realized that there is no fire taping on the drywall in here. And because there is living space above the garage, it's critical that this is a safe space. If you have vehicles in here, they've got gas in them, this is obviously a potential fire risk. So it is required by code that this drywall is fire rated and it has fire rated tape on it. So we're gonna be going ahead and finishing all the drywall in here, getting the drywall done, and then having it fire taped for protecting it for safety measures and per code. There's also, we'll show you a couple little spots where there's some holes in the drywall where they redid the garage doors. Those have to be covered up with fresh drywall and again taped for safety reasons.
And it's things like that, it's information like that. If you're looking to do your own project and you're thinking about hiring crews, those are big questions that they need answers, and they need the right answers, and it's that type of experience that you get the best end result, right? So you want to always consider and definitely interview who you're working with.
Yeah, and really when you're selling the house, first of all, you want to make sure it's safe, obviously, but if you're selling the house and an inspector comes through for the potential buyer and they see these issues that you haven't resolved that are obvious to anybody who's in the contracting business, it just makes the buyer leery that you just didn't do the rest of the house right. So making sure you're working with good people, especially if you're going to be reselling a house, you don't want to create liabilities that otherwise could potentially cause risks for a family that would be buying it and potentially you for not doing things correctly.
Yep, very good. All right, let's head back outside. Okay, so that pretty much, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in and just really spruce it up and bring it back to life. And like John said, do all the safety things that need to take place and just make the house as new and livable as possible.
Yeah, we're excited about this one. The neighborhood's great. We can do a lot of neat things here and really looking forward to the after. So stick around. If you need any other advice about purchasing investment property or maybe for your own home or remodeling or any of those issues, feel free to reach out to the team here. We're always here to help you.
Absolutely. Contact info is below. Subscribe for new videos, and we will see you next time.